My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the B.Ed second semester subject content and pedagogy of English education at secondary stage as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 5 first important short question is: define assessment. Assessment definition. Assessment is the process of checking what students have learned and how well they understand a topic. It helps teachers know students' strengths, weaknesses, and progress. Assessment is not just about giving marks, it is about understanding learning and improving teaching. For example, in an English class, a teacher may ask students to write a short story or take part in a group discussion. By observing their creativity, grammar, and confidence, the teacher can find out who needs extra support. Assessment can be formative, done during learning to give feedback, or summative, done at the end of a lesson or term to give grades. It also motivates students to study regularly and helps teachers plan better lessons. In short, assessment is like a mirror of learning. It shows both students and teachers what is going well and what needs improvement. This makes learning more effective and meaningful. Next important short question is: 2. What is evaluation? Evaluation definition. Evaluation is the process of judging the overall quality of a student's learning. It not only measures what students have learned but also checks whether the teaching methods, materials, and learning goals are effective. Evaluation focuses on the value or worth of learning outcomes. For example, after teaching a lesson on English grammar, a teacher may give a test, assess homework, observe class participation, and then decide if students have reached the expected standard. If most students score well, the teacher knows the method worked. If not, the teacher may change the teaching style. Evaluation is broader than assessment because it includes interpreting results and taking decisions, like promoting a student to the next class, giving grades, or redesigning lessons. In simple words, assessment collects information, while evaluation makes judgments based on that information. Evaluation ensures education is effective and meaningful for both students and teachers. Next important short question is: 3. What is CCE in English? CCE in English. CCE stands for Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation. It is a method of assessing students' learning throughout the year instead of only at the end of a term or exam. The word continuous means assessment happens regularly after lessons, activities, and assignments. Comprehensive means it checks all aspects of learning, like knowledge, skills, creativity, communication, and behavior. In English, CCE focuses on language skills like reading, writing, listening, and speaking. For example, a teacher may give short tests, group discussions, reading aloud tasks, and essay writing activities to see students progress step by step. CCE makes learning less stressful because marks are not based only on one exam. It also helps teachers understand students' strengths and weaknesses early and provide support. In simple words, CCE turns evaluation into a regular and student-friendly process, making English learning fun, meaningful, and skill-based. Next important short question is: 4. Define typology of questions. Typology of questions means the different types of questions teachers use to check students' understanding and thinking. In English, it helps teachers test language skills, creativity, and comprehension in different ways. For example, 1. Objective questions. These have one correct answer, like fill in the blanks or multiple choice questions. Example, she is reading a book. 2 short answer questions, students write brief answers. Example, what is the theme of the poem? 3 long answer questions, these need detailed responses, like essays or stories. 4 open-ended questions, no single correct answer, they encourage creativity. Example, write your opinion about the character. 5 true, false or matching questions, for quick testing. Using a mix of question types makes learning interesting and helps teachers know students' knowledge, skills, and imagination. In short, typology of questions is a smart way to make assessment balanced and engaging for students. Next important short question is 5. What is a blueprint? Blueprint. A blueprint is like a plan or map for making a question paper. It shows how many questions will come from each topic, their type, marks, and difficulty level. Just like a house needs a blueprint before construction, a teacher needs a blueprint before making a balanced exam paper. For example, if there are 3 lessons in English, the blueprint may decide. Lesson 1 10 marks, 2 short, 1 long question. Lesson 2 15 marks, 3 short, 1 long question. Lesson 3 5 marks, 1 objective question. It also ensures 1. Fair coverage of the syllabus. 2. A mix of easy, medium, and hard questions. 3. Balanced testing of knowledge, understanding, and creativity. A blueprint makes exams clear, fair, and stress-free for students because everything is planned. In short, a blueprint is a teacher's guide to prepare a well-organized question paper. Next, Unit X, Assessment and Evaluation. Long questions. First important long question is 1. Discuss the concepts and types of assessment and evaluation in English. Concepts and types of assessment and evaluation in English. Assessment and evaluation are tools used by teachers to understand students' learning progress in English. Assessment is the process of collecting information about a student's performance through tests, assignments, or classroom activities. Evaluation is the judgment or decision based on assessment results, such as giving grades or feedback. Think of assessment as measuring ingredients and evaluation as tasting the final dish. Types of assessment. 1. Formative assessment, FA. Done during learning to improve performance. Example, quizzes, reading aloud, peer discussions. Helps teachers find learning gaps early. 2. Summative assessment, SA. Done at the end of a term or unit to check overall achievement. Example, final exams, project submissions. 3. Diagnostic assessment. Identifies strengths and weaknesses before starting a new topic. 4. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation, CCE. Assesses both academics and life skills continuously throughout the year. Types of evaluation. 1. Norm-referenced evaluation. Compares a student's performance with other students. Example, ranking in English grammar tests. 2. Criterion-referenced evaluation. Checks if a student meets a set standard. Example, scoring 80% in a reading comprehension test. 3. Qualitative evaluation. Focuses on creativity, communication, and confidence in speaking or writing English. 4. Quantitative evaluation. Focuses on numbers, marks, or grades. Importance in English learning. Builds confidence through feedback. Encourages reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills. Helps teachers plan lessons better. Makes learning fun and student-centered. For example, A teacher giving a short story writing activity assessment, and later giving feedback and grades, evaluation, improves both creativity and language skills. In short, assessment is equal to collecting information, evaluation is equal to making decisions. Together, they make English learning effective and stress-free. Next important long question is: to explain the significance of CCE in English language teaching. Significance of CCE in English language teaching. CCE stands for Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation. It is a system introduced by CBSE to reduce exam stress and to focus on overall development of students. In English language teaching, ELT, CCE helps students improve not just reading and writing but also speaking, listening, creativity, and personality skills. Continuous means assessment is done regularly throughout the year, not only in final exams. Comprehensive means it covers both academics and co-curricular activities like drama, debates, storytelling, and creative writing. Why CCE is important in English teaching? 1. Reduces exam stress. Instead of one big exam, students are assessed through many small activities like quizzes, presentations, and group projects. 2. Improves all 4 skills. English learning is not just grammar and writing. CCE gives equal weight to listening, speaking, reading, and writing (LSRW) skills. 3. Encourages creativity. Activities like role plays, poetry recitations, and poster making make English classes fun and interactive. 4. Provides regular feedback. Teachers can quickly identify weak areas and help students improve step by step. 5. Focuses on overall development. CC also checks confidence, communication style, teamwork, and leadership qualities. Example: a teacher may assess a student's grammar knowledge through a short quiz, speaking skills through storytelling, and teamwork during a group discussion. These regular evaluations give a complete picture of the student's growth, rather than just marks in a final exam. Benefits for students and teachers. Students feel less pressure and enjoy learning English. Teachers get a clear understanding of each student's strengths and weaknesses. Helps in personalized teaching and motivating students to participate actively. In short, CCE makes English learning practical, stress-free, and skill-based. It encourages students to use English in real-life situations and become confident communicators rather than just exam scorers. Next important long question is: 3. Discuss the typology of questions used in English language evaluation. Typology of questions in English language evaluation. In English language teaching, ELT, typology of questions means the different types of questions teachers use to test students' skills and understanding. It ensures that all areas of English learning, listening, speaking, reading, writing, LSRW, are assessed. Using different question types makes exams interesting, fair, and skill-focused. 1. Objective type questions. These are short answer questions that check basic knowledge like grammar, vocabulary, and facts. They are quick to answer and easy to check. Examples: fill in the blanks. He go to school daily. Multiple choice. Choose the correct synonym of happy. They test accuracy and recall. 2. Short answer questions. These need 2 to 4 sentences. They test comprehension, reasoning, and interpretation. Example: why did the poet feel sad in the poem? This type helps students express ideas briefly and clearly. 3. Long answer descriptive questions. These require detailed answers. They check creativity, organization of ideas, and writing style. Examples. Write a summary of the chapter. Discuss the theme of the story. 4 application-based questions. These focus on real-life use of English. Students apply their knowledge in practical situations. Example. Write a letter to your principal requesting permission for a school trip. 5 higher-order thinking questions, HOTS. These questions test critical and creative thinking. Example. What would you do if you were in the character's place? 6 oral and listening questions. Oral exams and listening tasks are also part of evaluation. Examples. Listen to a short passage and answer questions. Introduce yourself or narrate a story. Conclusion. Using a mix of question types makes English assessment holistic and balanced. Objective questions check grammar, short answers test understanding, and descriptive ones encourage creativity. Oral and listening tasks improve confidence. This variety ensures students not only score marks but also develop communication skills for real life. Next important long question is 4. Explain the process of preparing a blueprint and CCE record. Process of preparing a blueprint and CCE record. Assessment in English is meaningful only if it is well planned. 2 important tools for this are the blueprint and the CCE, continuous and comprehensive evaluation, record. 1. Preparing a blueprint. A blueprint is like a roadmap of a question paper. It ensures that all lessons, skills, and difficulty levels are covered fairly. Steps. 1. Identify learning objectives. List out what students should learn: grammar, reading, writing, vocabulary, literature themes, etc. 2. Divide content into units. Mark which chapters or units should carry how many marks. 3. Set weightage. Assign marks for difficulty levels. Easy, 30%. Average, 50%. Difficult, 20%. 4. Decide question types. Include objective, short, long, and application-based questions. 5. Prepare the table, blueprint. Example. Unit objective short long total marks. Poetry 2Q, 2M. 1Q, 4M, 1Q, 6M, 12M. Prose 3Q, 3M, 2Q, 6M, 1Q, 6M, 15M. This table ensures balance and fairness in the exam. 2. Preparing a CCE record. CCE stands for Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation. It records not only academics but also skills, values, and co-curricular activities. Steps. 1. Create a student profile. Write the student's name, roll number, and background. 2. Record continuous assessment. Add results of tests, assignments, group work, and projects. 3. Include non-scholastic areas. Note communication skills, leadership, participation in activities, and behavior. 4. Grade instead of marks. Use grades A, B, C to reduce stress. 5. Regular review. Update the record after every activity or exam. Example. Skill grade remarks. Reading skill A reads fluently. Creative writing B needs improvement. Conclusion. A blueprint makes exams well-planned and fair, while a CCE record gives a 360 degrees view of a child's growth. Together, they help teachers track learning continuously and support students in becoming confident learners. Next important long question is 5. Describe SAT analysis and interpretation of test scores in English. SAT analysis and interpretation of test scores in English. SAT stands for Scholastic Achievement Test. It is used to measure students' performance in subjects like English. It helps teachers understand how well students have learned concepts and where they need support. SAT focuses on academic achievement rather than intelligence, meaning it shows what a student has actually learned. Purpose of SAT in English: to check reading comprehension, grammar, writing, and vocabulary skills. To compare performance of students in a class, school, or board. To identify learning gaps and improve teaching methods. Analysis of test scores. Once students complete the SAT, their scores are collected and analyzed. 1. Arrange scores in order. List all students' scores from lowest to highest. 2. Find averages. Mean, average, add all scores and divide by the number of students. Median. The middle score. Mode, the most common score. 3. Calculate percentage. Convert marks into percentages for easy comparison. 4. Identify score distribution. See how many students scored high, medium, or low. 5. Detect learning problems. If many students score low in grammar, it shows the topic needs reteaching. Interpretation of scores. Interpretation means understanding what scores say about learning. High scores show students have mastered reading and writing skills. Average scores indicate satisfactory learning but scope for improvement. Low scores reveal weak areas, so teachers can revise lessons or use simpler teaching methods. Example: if an English SAT for class 9 has 100 marks and the class average is 55, it means most students are struggling. The teacher can plan remedial classes for essay writing or comprehension. Conclusion: SAT is not just an exam, it is a mirror for teachers and students. Through careful analysis and interpretation, teachers can modify teaching strategies and students can focus on weak areas. It makes learning data-driven and goal-oriented, ensuring no student is left behind.